Well, while we have our own struggles here in the heartland, the world's economy continues to worsen. For Africa, it's a crisis that only adds to the ongoing struggle with hunger and crippling poverty. Today, we'll meet several people right here at home hoping to help. And we begin with a farm couple who believe growing more mushrooms in Africa could slowly change their standard of living, which is why they visited the continent and have now brought some West African farmers to this country to learn specialized techniques for growing shiitake mushrooms. And that's where our Keith Smith picks up the story.
Rob, let me tell you about them. The couple you're about to meet has spent over 20 years in the mushroom business growing shiitakes on hardwood logs. Already having a successful operation going and growing, they still want to do more. And here's how they're making a difference. If you listen close enough, you begin to hear it. While Doug and Sandra Williams grow mushrooms, they're also helping an African nation grow a new industry. His idea, her calling.
And I think it's because he had wanted to grow something in a greenhouse. He wanted to grow something that would help people, something that was low technology and wouldn't harm the environment.
Sandra and Doug traveled to Ghana 2 years ago to see what they could do with the mushrooms that they knew so well.
You don't expect the colors and the sounds and the interactions with people and the warm greeting that you get. Here were people who were working very, very hard to earn very little, and that it wouldn't take very much to increase their standard of living, increase their productivity. This is the one where we keep the logs.
A door opened, and two of the top African farmers in the country
We've had as many as 6,000 logs in the
have come to learn how to grow the mushrooms. Anything to help a nation on a continent plagued by poverty where millions face famine and starvation.
And we are trying to help the mushroom farmers to get above $1 a day.
Okay, then we can start.
We are going to work.
We are proud to be working in this farm.
And then the shiitake, as the wood cells go this way, the shiitake will grow this way and it'll grow this way.
For the love of learning and the sake of giving.
And they're going to be learning how to handle the logs, how to select the logs, how to, a little bit about cutting the wood. They're going to be drilling holes in the logs, putting the spawn, which is the mushroom seed, inside the log, sealing it with hot wax.
You know, our operation and how we do it and how long things take and different things, problems that may crop up.
And to think what they're doing today to help almost never happened.
I came to absolutely hate the business because it wasn't doing anything for anybody except making money. So I think that meeting Bernard and meeting the people of in Ghana was one of the most consciousness-raising, awareness-raising, love-raising things that has ever happened to me. And I realized that there's something that we could do with our shiitake mushrooms that would help other people. Then I had a whole new purpose.
So we are trying to look at all other means to alleviate poverty through mushroom cultivation.
People would be more aware of mushrooms, would eat more mushrooms, so the farmers could grow more mushrooms. The people would be healthier. There's a protein deficiency going on there, and shiitake mushrooms are very high in protein.
And as the Williams will tell you before a meal, the mushrooms taste pretty good too.
They'll be cheaper than meat, and if they're widely available, it would help all the people in the country.
So if we are able to send a new product to our country, that is going to let us get an additional income.
They hope the tender morsels will change the mushroom industry in Ghana.
Whatever we are going to learn from this place, we are going to put into practice and then make sure our dream will come true one day.
Where you plant one seed, you never know how many blooms will follow.
On a farm specializing in a fungus, a dream the Williams planted 6,000 miles away on the Earth's porous continent. An amazing couple. It's a touching story that's still being written. As part of the trip, Bernard and Godwin toured different mushroom operations in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, picking up different techniques to take back with them. Plans for the trip even included a visit to New York to address the United Nations on their training and what's being done in Ghana.